Now for today's review, I do not have a gift from Chewy.com for the prints, but what I do have is the 11-foot tall twin pillar haunted castle, if you would like to name it that. I paid $225 for this thing plus shipping off of Facebook Marketplace. The seller was kind enough to put an Amazon, or at least a piece of Amazon packaging right here, so I didn't actually cut the box. That was nice of him. You've got two little gashes here, but other than that, I think the box has been really well taken care of, and there's just some natural wear from it being 15 years old. We'll take it out of the main cardboard box right now. It is over 11 feet tall. Make that note right there. It's got some pretty nice box art. This is a classic box art, no doubt. It's not one of my favorites, but I still like it quite a bit. You've got your little tree silhouette in the back. We'll take a look at this thing from the sides. I think you have 3 pull tabs. Yeah, I thought that was a pull tab, but no, right here. Everything that's included, and lights up, motion activated sound. This sold at buyinflatables.com. RIP to that. But you know what? This thing is a little piece of history from it. 2007 Gemmy Industries right there. And yeah, the box really is in decent shape. So without further ado, let's go ahead and open it up. Now, as you can see before me, this thing truly is pristine. You've got your unopened stake pack right here with your spare C7 bulb, your kind of ugly ass spiral stakes, and then of course your instructions on the side, as well as of course your tethers right there. Set that down and just go ahead and try to take this out as best I can. It's very, very heavy, just like any haunted house or tunnel. This thing is a beast. So you can see right here the fan, and that does actually have the tethers at the bottom. I don't like those. I will remove them in some way, shape, or form. This is actually much more, it almost feels like bouncy house material. Not really, but you know, it's different. It's not like your typical inflatable fabric. It's much tougher. It's got this like, you know, kind of squeaky feel to it. You of course have your kind of strobe lights there. Spread this out. Here's a lantern, it looks like. The fabric feels a little bit soft, and that's a little bit concerning, but from the pictures, it looks really good, and just based off of that condition, I mean, I don't see how this thing could really be thin at all. It just depends on where it was stored, I suppose. Let's go ahead and inflate this 2007 11-foot tall turret haunted house, whatever you want to call it. Now, at this point in the video, I've not actually staked it down yet, just because I'm trying to maximize the little bit of daylight I have left. So we'll just get right into this thing. It's architecturally quite pleasing. I think Gemmy really nailed the look of this. The twin pillars in the back, they look great. Please excuse the mess I have in front of the garage. It's just been quite a busy day. Now, as we start off in the front, let me try to fix this just so that's not in the way. You've got your RIP tombstone right there, your jack-o'-lantern, and your pair of lanterns. Now, typically I would hate the jack-o'-lantern. For whatever reason, I don't mind it quite as much on this. Maybe because it's a classic, I kind of let it slide. But with newer stuff, it's more of an issue. Now, it doesn't inflate tight at all. You really don't see that with any haunted houses, though. Even with a 2022 haunted house, it's not going to inflate well. With this, I will probably add an extra fan just because I have to be able to depend on this thing in the display. It will be used more so than you would think. You know, I'll just put that out there for a little foreshadowing in this year's display. It will be used a little bit more. As we look at the sides, you've got 3 ghosts right here. They are all the exact same. One is not darker than the other. It's just depending on where you look at it and what's behind it, that will affect the actual look of it. Go to the other side, what do you know? So they could have put forth a little bit more effort in that regard. I don't know. It doesn't bother me that much. I don't really care about the sides. The main focus of this inflatable are the 2 towers at the back, not so much the sides. But you know, you want this whole thing to be 100%, but you know, you can't always get what you want. As you look at the back here, something that I was super shocked about was the fact that the back, you could argue, looks better than the front. I would not be surprised if anyone who has this has been displaying it from this side instead of the other. Not that they don't know that that's the front, but the fact that they think, you know, maybe this looks better. When I first inflated it, this is not the first time I've inflated it, obviously, but when I first inflated it, I thought, you know what, I might display it from this angle, and I don't think I will now, but I certainly thought about it. I could still change my mind. I don't think I will, but you know what, it's always something to at least keep in my back pocket. I didn't know that that would be a feature on this thing. Obviously, they're not going to advertise it because it's all just based off of my personal opinion, but I still think that's really, really cool that you do have that option. So now let's take a look inside. You've got your sound box right here. Take it out, turn it on. And there go the strobes. I love the strobe lighting effect, not so much this sound box. I really hate it. I would not mind whatsoever if this thing did not, Jesus, go back in, did not have sound. My opinions on it would be the exact same if this didn't have any sound. I just don't like hearing that. I don't really think only kids would like that. You bring some adult in here who will hit their head on here because I'm like 5'11" or so, and I can't pass through this cleanly. So kids are going to have no problem in here. They're going to absolutely love it. But adults, with the sound and with the lack of space, claustrophobia and really just noise pollution will be quite apparent with this thing. Now we'll exit this, take a look at it one more time from the front. I really hope that they didn't put all the C7s in the front and there's at least some illumination in the back. I definitely see them doing that, but I don't know. You know, we will of course be taking a look at this thing at night. I hope it's great. This side view right here is probably going to be spectacular. Oh yeah, that looks great. Now you can see I'm on a bank. You guys know that this yard is a little bit slanted, so it's not going to look perfect if you put this thing on, you know, flat hardwood floors. You better have a really big ass room, but you can do that and you can get this thing almost perfect. With inflating anything outside, it's not going to be quite how it should be, but it'll be close. And the fact that I haven't even staked this thing down is pretty impressive for it to be looking as good as it is now. You've got, of course, your shingles up at the top with the white accents, which match the 2007 haunted house. That'll go perfectly. Really the main reason I bought this was because of the roof. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Peace out. Bye.